going on, guys? Today I'm going to hopefully fix the unintended dive problem that's been plaguing Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone 3, I guess, since its inception. And that is the unintended dives while you are on slide only. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so a couple things before we get started. This fix is going to involve DS for Windows, and I am currently on Battle.net. I would imagine that you can do the same for Steam using Steam's configuration settings, but I don't have those, unfortunately. Also, this fix is only available for PC, not for console. It's going to require mapping mouse and keybinds to your controller, and it's going to require a slight change to your controller layout. Here in DS for Windows, and by the way, I'll post a link for DS for Windows down in the comments. You can also just Google DS for Windows and you should be able to find it. I think a lot of people have DS for Windows now on PC, but I'm sure there's somebody out there that may not know, so link will be in the description. So anyway, what we're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to select a new profile. It'll say, do you want to use a preset option? Choosing no will cause the profile editor to use an empty gamepad profile. Just select yes for a preset, it's fine. And go ahead and just have your preset be gamepad output to the Xbox 360 controller. Go ahead and hit apply. Now what you're going to want to do when you're in here is you're going to want to go down here to the controller mapping buttons, and you're going to want to double click on circle, and you're going to want to bind it to what the slide button is on mouse and key, which for the purposes of this video is the C button. So you want to bind it to C. We're going to do something else with that later on in Call of Duty settings, but anyway, so we've done that. We're not done yet though. We have to bind B back to something, because you still have to back out of menus, and you'll still need to crouch and prone so that you can hit drop shots and things like that. So we do need to bind B back. What I decided to bind B to was the right stick. So go down to R3, double click R3, and you want to change that to B on the controller. So once you've done that, we now have to rebind melee to something, because you still need to melee to be able to jump through windows and hit a knife and go in and out through windows. What I decided to bind melee to was left on the D-pad, what was originally weapon inspect / changing the fire mode. The way I'm going to do that though is back in Call of Duty. So once we're back in Call of Duty, we're going to go to the controller settings, and you'll want to go to the controller tab, and you'll want to hit edit button layout. You are then going to want to come down. I've already done it, but you're going to want to come down here to melee, and you're going to want to hit left on the D-pad. So that way it will change these. Now the reason why I didn't change this in DS for Windows is because if you rebind this in DS for Windows, you won't be able to hit left on the D-pad in the menu to navigate through the menu. The last thing that now we have to bind is the fire mode / weapon inspect or right stick. The main reason why we have to do that is mainly for Warzone, so that you can still drop cash for your squad, and also in the main menu so that you can go back to the social tab. Layout's a little bit different, but you get used to it. It's not that big of a deal, especially not that big of a deal to fix the problem. To rebind on the right stick, we're going to go back to DS for Windows, and we're going to bind right stick to the big old touchpad here on PlayStation. Now, if you're on an Xbox controller, I would assume you could bind it to one of the options buttons or potentially the Xbox logo. I'm not 100% sure about that, so if anybody has an Xbox controller and does this, feel free to comment down below what you bound right stick to. I, for purposes of this video, have a PlayStation controller with back buttons. We're going to go to the touchpad down here, so we're going to left touch. We're going to make left touch, right touch, and upper touch all the right stick, so that way any button you hit here, it'll hit right stick. So you just double click left touch, bind it to right stick, double click right touch, click here in the middle right stick, upper touch, double click, hit right stick. I also have unbound multi-touch, so if you double click multi-touch, hit unbound. Unbounded multi-touch because I don't want to press twice and it do something. Once you're done with that, you can name this something you want. I have one. I've just named COD. I'll name this one Call of Duty to make it different. And you'll just want to hit save. You're done with DS for Windows. Now, once you've done all of that, you should be able to slide as much as you want. Well, within reason. Able to slide without having to worry about unintentional dives. Now, what I've decided to do as well, go to controller. This is optional, but I decided to do it. I changed my slide and dive behavior to dive only now, so that I can just click in the right stick and dive, and I can click B or circle in and slide. So now I can do slide and dive again. I can do them both, and I can do them fast. And then I can also still crouch and prone, clicking in the right stick. That's going to take some getting used to, and also hitting melee with left on the D-pad. But as you can see, you're able to kind of keep your momentum to hit some doors. So that'll take some getting used to, and you can still keep your thumb on the right stick. But anyway, that's the tutorial. Hope it helped you guys. Leave a like, share, comment, all that good stuff. If it worked for you, if it didn't, if I'm dumb, if I'm not, I don't know. But yeah, that's the video. Hope everybody has a great day. Peace. Hi, Post Editor Kane here. Real quick, I just wanted to remind everybody, make sure that your settings here, like the anti-dead zone being to 0, a lot of people do that in DS for Windows. Make sure to go back and change those to what they were on your original default layout when you make the new Call of Duty layout. Hope this helped you guys, and I hope everybody has a great day. Peace.